17 of Black History Month, 28 Days of Black Excellence. I am your host, Faith Amour, and I am so glad to be with you. Today we'll be delving into the world of magic. Now, I want to do a little magic trick before we begin. Okay, so you see this Sharpie in my hand, and now it's gone. Can you figure out how I did it? Don't ask me to put it back where it was, because it's gone now. It disappeared. I hope you enjoyed my magic trick. Now, the person I'm about to tell you about did much better magic tricks than that. In fact, he was one of the best illusionists and best known illusionists of his time. He was considered the first African American celebrity, and he was just one of the most famous entertainers. His name was Richard Potter. And you'll notice that today there is no image for him because it seems that at the time, maybe they weren't taking pictures. Maybe he didn't like his photo taken. I don't know, but I've researched far and wide and I couldn't find a photo of him. So I didn't want to put up a fake photo. We're just going to imagine his appearance. Let me tell you a bit about this man. Okay. So he was born in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. He had a white father whose identity was uncertain. It could have been the slave owner of the plantation his mother was on, or someone who lived in the home. And his mother was a black slave. She was, in fact, captured as a teenager on the coast of Guinea and brought to Massachusetts. So his mixed heritage made it such that he could pass as a dark-skinned white man or as a West Indian, or as a light-skinned black man, depending on how they were looking at him at the time. So he was a well-known magician in New England in the United States from 1811 to 1834. At around age 10, he went to Europe. After some time, he joined a circus and became a rope dancer. And so that's what you see here. Him, an image of a rope dancer and an acrobat. And he was able to do a lot of really interesting tricks, actually. Most of these things I've never seen. I don't know that I've ever been to a magic show, but I did attend one on Zoom a couple of months ago. So I think that counts. What he did do was he did some ventriloquism. That is a tongue twister. And one of his best tricks was to throw his voice to different places in the room. So he would throw it into inanimate objects and make them talk. He would throw his voice to like ladies' purses, and sometimes they would faint, or men's pockets. And then like animals, and just do like bird sounds and bird voices. It was quite the party trick. It really was. He also could throw knives and touch a hot iron to his tongue, which, ouch, walk on flames, dance on eggs without break. He had a lot of really eye-catching and interesting tricks. And so when he was 21, he studied with a Scottish ventriloquist and magician, John Ranney. And John, he was extremely good at what he did. But I think he was run out of his country, so he took an extended trip over to the United States and took this young man with him. So he toured with him throughout the eastern U.S., and he became the first American ventriloquist. So let me see. Oh, hi there, Chris. Thank you for checking these out. I really appreciate you being on here because honestly, there are so many of these people that I was not aware of before this time. So it's great to have you guys watching. Absolutely is. So in those days, you have to consider that anyone who was going on the road like this, especially as a magician, was European and white. So he was kind of checking off two boxes of huh. So that was really interesting. He performed along the East Coast. He became a Mason at one point, and there were a number of different incidents that kind of reminded him that even though he was being accepted into these different spaces to do his art, to do his magic, that he was still a Black man in America. And so there was one incident where he was turned away from a hotel in Mobile, Alabama, where he was working for being Black, but he went to another hotel, he did another performance, and he still got paid. This is another story, verbatim from nhpr.org, and it says that at a New Haven hotel, Potter was denied entry into the dining room. Potter didn't protest, but instead played a trick on the people in the dining room. Dinner that night was roast pig, and when the host went to carve the roast, Potter threw his voice and the pig squealed. I'm sure that went over really well in the I'm sure that went over really well in the dining room. So in 1814, he built himself a really big home because he was well paid for what he did. It was very unique. And he ended up getting married to a woman named Sally, and they had 3 children. And Richard and his wife were buried on their large Andover property. So he had a really pretty great career as a celebrity magician. So very cool. The estate kind of was run down. There were some mismanagement outside of his control, but the estate is still called Potter's Place now, and the train station there is also. And there was a legacy. I would say that he has left a legacy for entertainers in the future. But of course, there are Rand D. Shine and John E. Hamilton. Those are the magicians that you see there. And then, of course, we see this that says Potter Place. The community takes its name from Richard Potter, noted magician, ventriloquist, and showman. This 19th century master of the Black arts was known throughout America. He died here in 1835 in his mansion, a showplace in the town. He is buried in a small plot on his once extensive estate. So, that's the story of a man I'm sure most of us have never heard of, Mr. Richard Potter. Now, I wonder, what about this man's story stuck out for you? Do you know any other Black magicians? I have met 0, and I introduced us to 2 of them. Yeah, share your thoughts in the comments below. And I just want to do a quick shout out because I can. There's a lovely lady here who said that she's a regular watcher, listener, but sorry, today she's listening to Joanna Majoko on Toronto Black Film Festival. Now, Joanna Majoko is a friend of mine. She's a fantastic singer, and she's releasing a single on Friday, February 19th. So if you'd like to check that out. And apparently she's on the Black Film Festival right now, so I'm gonna go check that out. Hi there, Danny Elwell. Nice to see you here, sharing the love. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us for today. Today we learned about Richard Potter, America's first Black celebrity. If you enjoyed the program, hit the like button and share this with a friend. Cue the exit music. We look back so we can look forward to a better world. See you tomorrow when we'll talk about an important figure making Black history right now. Whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, I'm Faith Amour, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.